So looking at the information, I'm kind of curious about something. I'm not really sure what a 24 by 24 extend column is. And I'd like to look at it in the model, but how do I find it? Well, one thing you can do is come over to the structural columns data tab and scroll over until you find type. And that will be right about out somewhere in here. Family type, here it is. So I sort that A to Z. Now I can scroll down till I find this 24 extend. And the thing I can do is create a search. So if I find this in Navigator, I can then say this is my 24 by 24 extend data, and I'll hit OK. And this will open up Bentley Navigator or Bentley View, and it asks you yes or no every time because sometimes you'll have it already open and there's no reason to open it twice. So I'm going to say yes now because I don't have it open already. And after a minute or so it finally opens up, and to find that data there's a tool. If you pull down the review column and you pick the imodelImporter tasks, there should be a list that comes up, and it may look differently depending on what how you have your tasks set to view. I like to list the layout mode, that way I can read what the items are supposed to do. And the load search from Excel, so I just created that search now. If I click on load the search from Excel, it'll bring up this dialog box the first time. What this is doing is telling you to create an overlay file, because you can't save searches to an iModel, they're read-only, but you can save a search to an overlay file. So all you need to do is just hit save, and you want to make sure that it's in the same location so that when the tools open up the file, it opens up the same information. The other thing that it did when I did that is it brought in this search. And I'm going to make this dialog box a little smaller, and I'm going to select the search. But where is it? I can't find it anywhere. Well, there are a few tools in this dialog box that help you find it. The first one makes everything, well actually it's the fourth one, makes everything go to a more of a hidden view. The second one highlights. The third one zooms to it. And the fourth one turns off everything else. So here it is. That was a little hard to find, but I'm going to zoom out and then turn off a couple of these. I don't want to zoom right to it, but I'm going to start zooming out and try to get an idea of where this column is. Okay, it looks to be some sort of a footing, so now I have a little better idea of what that column is. And I can zoom way out. Another thing that I can do to making it easier to see is there's this apply or modify clip volume. So you click on that value when everything else is gone, and it'll create a clip volume just around the object that you have displayed. Then I can start stretching this clip volume out a little bit. And once I have that done, I can turn off the display just that item, and I'll start seeing the model around it. And if I keep making it bigger, now I'm starting to get some context for what this is. And if I really want to, I can turn off the shading and I can start looking at this thing just as it is. Highlight it, make sure it's what it is. I can zoom around. I can start looking at this as it is definitely some sort of footing, and there's a column sitting on top of it. So now I had no idea how to find it in any plan or any view, but now I've quickly found it and I've been able to isolate it and look at it from just about any angle that you could imagine.